The anti-Semites were back at the University of Washington campus, and I think it's about time, even though it's only been, 17 days since President Trump has been in office, it seems already time to investigate the University of Washington for the anti-Semitism. And at some point, you just have to recognize that the campus climate is inhospitable to Jews, and the staff and administrators there seem to be okay with pro-Hamas, anti-Semitic students, and I guess outsiders who come on for a rally. And if you thought that perhaps, these people are just, angry with domestic policy, they don't like certain policies coming from Israel, all you have to do, yet again, is listen to what it is that they are saying.
Glory to our martyrs! Glory to the resistance! Glory to the resistance! We salute the resistance, the prisoners, and the people. We salute the resistance!
I guess that one was too long for them all to remember the words to repeat.
Like, say it again. Wait, what?
Wait, what? Wait, let me write this down first. Hold on, what? Hate the Jews, and what else? What was the second part? Now listen to the rest.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free
Going back to the hits.
Free, free Palestine!
Now they're going to mix it up a little bit.
Yahya Sinwar! Yahya Sinwar! You set the bar! You set the bar!
Okay. Yahya Sinwar. Now, I imagine there are some folks who don't know who he is, or maybe don't remember who he was because he's no longer with us. Thank God, or thank the Jews. He was the mastermind behind October 7th. Are we all on the same page here? October 7th was a terrorist attack, not freedom fighters coming from the oppressed, marginalized.
Education.
You okay over there?
My arm hit the...
Speaking of who needs an education on that board, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Maybe you were so outraged by what was going on.
I know.
I
was pounding my fist.
You were so angry. But he was the leader of Hamas and the guy who was the mastermind behind a terrorist attack that murdered people, raped people, took them hostage. We're talking about babies and women, elderly. You set the bar? What does that mean? Explain to me from a progressive standpoint. So, lose about 10,000 brain cells. And I want you to translate what that's supposed to mean if we're to believe them that they're not virulent anti-Semites who want to see the destruction of Israel and the death to the Jews. Please explain. I'd love to know what that means.
I guess that he's an exemplar of what resistance against the apartheid regime in Israel should look like.
Rape and murder and kidnapping.
Well, if you want to get specific.
I do want to get specific. I'd very much appreciate all of us getting specific so we know the kind of evil lunacy that we're dealing with. Sorry, you don't get a pass for making commentary like that and just, relax. These are just young, dopey kids who are part of a movement. No, you know what? I expect a 19, 20, 21-year-old to know that they should not be rooting for a terrorist. And I'm sick and tired of the whitewashing that goes on. I'd love to know if any of the local media outlets covered this, because I had not seen anything as of a couple hours ago. I had not seen anything. I did see a lot about still, students who are being victimized by the mere presence of ICE in this country as they walk to school, hoping to God that they're not going to be, taken by a white van pulling up next to it and saying, "Show me your papers." And before you can even pull out your ID, they just abscond you. No. So I didn't see any of this. And dare I say, if some group of students went to a college campus and said, "Long live David Duke, he set the bar," it feels like there might be some outrage. There might be uproar. There might be a statement from the university, which As of right now, hours after I asked them to provide a comment, they still have not said anything, which yet again to me indicates that they see no problem with this, having little domestic terrorists on campus. I don't know what else you can call them. Are they spreading fear towards Jews? I think Jews might be a little worried on campus about people celebrating Yahya Sinwar. Just throwing it out there. Just saying.
It'd be no different if they were saying about bin Laden,
100%. So why do we pretend that this is okay? And every media outlet that doesn't cover this is telling you that it's okay. That's what they're telling you.
Yahya Sinwar! Yahya Sinwar! You let the scar! You let the scar!
What's that part supposed to mean?
He left a scar.
Yeah, what does that mean? You mean the death and destruction of the Jews, or like a scar on your heart because he's now no longer
That's
with
kind of
us?
how I interpreted it.
Which one? We're sad to see you gone?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure the pink-haired girl who was screaming that would have gotten a nice reception from Yahya Sinwar had they met for the first time, as she walks, or they walk up to Yahya and says, "Yahya, you are wonderful." And then Yahya turns to his group of anti-Semite, Jew-hating terrorists. "This is a wonderful young woman right here, what she's doing to show us support in America." And excuse me, Mr. Sinwar, it's they, them. It's not, I don't identify, I'm non-binary. And then before she can get the next sentence out of her mouth, her head is chopped off. That might actually happen, but she doesn't recognize that. Because like so many others, she is a brainwashed, absolute anti-Semitic lunatic. And a lot of people who were there had their masks on, not to protect themselves from COVID, but because they know that what they're doing is despicable. But there were some people who didn't cover their faces. And I hope that proves to be a problem for their job prospects. Certainly, they better hope that, future HR managers and the people in charge making all these employment decisions don't follow me on X. I'm, just saying.